Hey, this is Linz, and you are watching Support the Scene.
But hello, Jade. Hello. How are you doing today?
Fantastic. So yes, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jade. I'm here with another fantastic individual from the Vancouver scene. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Well, hello there. Well, hello, whoever's out there. Anyway, my name is Daniel, but most of you may know me with a little bit more glitter and glam as Fonda Vit, fundamentally yours. I am originally from Central Alberta, a little place called Sylvan Lake, but now I moved from the lake to the big pond of Vancouver, British Columbia.
Fantastic. Now, when you were back in the flatter lands, were you also doing drag, or was it mostly a Vancouver thing?
It's been since I've been in Vancouver. Like, I've always had interest in character creation and in character exploration through roleplay and through other online avenues. But while I've been in Vancouver, and yes, after watching a bit of Drag Race, I got to exploring a little bit more about how it would look on me. And so, well, here we are.
I think it suits you fantastically, and I've been super impressed every time I've seen you, both on stage and off stage. So
thank you.
And I love how in your background you have the world right next to a sheep. I think that sums up everything very nicely.
Hey, thank you. Well, let me actually okay, there's places somewhere. But actually, this little sheep is, I don't even know how old this thing is now, but it's actually something from Grandma that I got like when I was like probably this big even.
Yeah, I love it. So diving into a little bit, coming to Vancouver, creating yourself and things like that. I've obviously since drag has become more mainstream and people are picking it up more. How did you find coming into the Vancouver scene?
So I kind of joined the Vancouver drag scene a little bit by bullheadedness and sheer luck. So the first drag show that I saw, it was actually with one of Alma Bitch's shows at 1181. And I got done up. I had a little bit of, had a boyish amount of eyeshadow and mascara on, trying to go out and go, oh, look, hey, I feel comfortable wearing so much of this and still being able to look, well, a little gay. But it didn't really click for me then about drag and doing it until I got to see a couple more shows. And then I had the opportunity to run into Ray Sunshine. Now, I also bring up Ray Sunshine because back when YouTube was first starting to get a little bit more popular, I had the opportunity to see her in her online videos on YouTube of the busy drag queen. And I honestly didn't even really realize, oh, wait, drag queen. Oh, that's the one that's running around, I'm busy! and doing everything else. It didn't really click to me that Ray was a drag performer then. It was just like, oh, okay, someone's doing a skit, something's up.
Right.
But I ended up with with a little bit of a push from Empress Estee Lauder, may she rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit of a nudge to go, hey, talk with her. And so from there, I got a little bit more of an introduction to see a couple different drag shows, like up at XY when it was still open.
Yeah.
Yes. and then a little bit more of a nudge to do a little bit more until I did my first performance with Carlotta at Absolutely Dragulous in July 2018.
Wow. And how time has flown past, and look at you now.
I know, and so few weeks to speak of, but that's another secret.
Now, speaking of secrets and putting you on the spot, tell me, from everything you've seen out there at the moment, who are some of your favorite?
So favorites, one of the performers that I love the most would absolutely be Justin a bit, especially being a drag king performer. I got to see their first performance. Well, his first performance, pardon me. I got to see his first performance with him becoming Mr. Gay for the Rhinestone Phoenix Foundation. Rhinestone Phoenix, my foundation organization. It's a little bit of a long name. I always just call them the Rhinestone Phoenix. So
yeah.
Yes, hello everyone. But and to see where he is right now, going to be on television, going to be on Call Me Mother season 2. Yes. And to be able to see the passion and the love from him that allows everything to be on like this. Yes. Another one of my favorite performers on, let's see, Eva Scarlett. Because she is one of the most inspiring mugs here in Vancouver. Like, you cannot clock anything that's going on. She is very much someone, like, she is someone that is a little bit introverted, but she is very knowledgeable in what she does, in her craft, in her work. And she is someone that you know very well that she loves what she does and she knows how the hell to do it. One of my other, however, we may as well go 3 for 3, right?
Yeah. Top 3.
All right. Number 3. Well, number 3, actually, for one of them would be Continental Breakfast.
Ah, yes.
So, for those of you that don't know, Continental Breakfast does a little bit more work with the East Side Studios, but their work themselves is very theatrically based and very theatrically driven, but you cannot pull your eyes away from them. And they also work quite a bit with PM for a Good Time or Patricia M, depending on where you run into them. But PM is also another excellent performer too that I love to watch because
there's so many great performers. Like, I am blown away. Every show I go to, there's always something that shows me just what Vancouver has to offer, and it makes me super proud to be a part of the scene and part of the community here.
Well, especially with Fallen Fest and with the chances that you've been able to give people to.
Thank you.
Well, hey, I mean, okay, people that are out there now, you get to now you get to hear a little bit of history about us. Hey.
Yeah. Like, it's been so great having to have you be a part of it and helping to bring the two worlds together, and because people come and they are blown away by you. So many people complimented what Fallen Fest was last year, and just loved the energy and everything that you brought to it.
Hey, thank you. Well, now you're really gonna make me blush. Damn it! I should have worn foundation.
Yeah.
But with Fallen Fest, as like, okay, I suppose backing up a little bit, I do have a bit of a performance background myself with playing saxophone and with having done choir and doing a little bit of singing before migrating across the mountains. It's minor. I still have the saxophone, but I've always wanted to do a little bit more with live venues and a little bit more with music and hosting and such. And dear lovely Jade here, okay, yes, there we go, we're in frame. Dear lovely Jade here, she allowed me the opportunity to help first perform, I believe it's Fallen Fest 2019.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And then 2020 was the digital age.
Yeah.
The digital era where actually, yeah, it was with this webcam right here where I got to do a little bit more online hosting. Oh my, let's get working in between everything. and then this past year, to be able to see Fallen Fest come back onto the stage. Two stages, actually.
Yeah.
Both at Bully Studios and at the waterfront.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, you could feel the energy. You could feel like, oh my God, we need to be in person again. And it was wonderful.
It was fantastic. the one thing I gotta say I love about Fallen Fest is that people don't put on festivals that early into the summer seasons because they're like, yeah, no one's gonna go. We'll just wait till summer. And I'm like, no, like when you're in the summer and you're competing with like all the other amazing events that are going on, A, I don't want to have to deal with that. But B, people still want to go out and do things. People still want to be a part of things the other 6 months of the year.
Just 6? Why not 11?
I know, yeah. But I love it.
And exactly that too. Like, because we forget that Vancouver is very much a living city. From Vancouver up into West Van with Horseshoe Bay all the way down to Langley. I've actually, speaking of Langley, I've had the privilege to be able to work a lot more with Scarlett Rosé, another favorite performer of mine.
Yes.
And I've had the opportunity to see a lot more of the queer culture and the queer people that are out there. And they hate having to come to downtown
Yep.
in order to see more go on. And I'm sure, especially not just with the Fallen Fest, but also with New West Pride and Burnaby Pride, you've seen a lot more of that mentality too.
And especially with working for Vancouver Pride, and not everyone wants to go to Sunset Beach. Not everyone wants to go downtown. People love the community, but not everyone wants to just go to the West End, because not everyone. It takes it takes me 40 minutes to get there from my house. It takes people hours coming from Surrey or Abbotsford or things like that, and sometimes it's just so much easier having other events out there where you're allowing the communities to grow, and that there's such a big community out there, just having a place to go to.
Well, yeah, I mean, even for me, when I first got I can understand though, like especially coming from one place and going to another, the want to be able to be in this particular place. Like even right now, I am currently in the West End myself, right in downtown Vancouver. And I'm like a 10-minute walk away from Davie Village and a 10-minute walk away from the community. But at the same time, even with the community, like I'm lucky to be able to afford the place that I'm in right now.
Right.
I mean, that's a whole other conversation, mind you. But then there comes the question of like when you're living further out, of accessibility and the ability to even access anyone else in the community, let alone queer culture. And some people want it a little closer to home as opposed to just downtown Vancouver.
Exactly.
Well, what's next for Fonda Vit? Let's just say there may be a little twitchy happening soon. There is going to be more performances coming up. I am a part of a sold-out show for the 1-year anniversary of a Scarlet Rosé's show.
Really?
Oh yes. That is at the Farm and Country Brewery in Langley.
Now, how has that been?
It's been, well, it'll be the 1-year anniversary actually. Now I have to take a look at it. It'll be the 1-year anniversary. It is, for the date, the show is on October 30th. And the first show that they had out there was a Halloween show, and whew, I'm still surprised. I'm still in love seeing the show sell out like that.
Yeah. I remember. Okay. Man, I'm so impressed with everything when I, did that first the video with Fallen Stars.
Oh
and
my goodness.
Seeing the cast that we had there and everything they've done has been one of the joys, and just makes me so proud to have had you all in the same place.
Oh yes, and hell, I even loved getting to re-perform that song.
Yes.
As everyone, Fallen Stars.
Yeah.
You get to see the Sissy That Walk song, and you might get to see me a little bit more dolled up for it.
Well, thank you so much for joining. Please, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me online, Instagram, and basically anywhere at Fonda Vit. Think Jane Fonda, VITYVR. Wow.
Love it. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining. We'll have your links down below. And have a great day.
And you too. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. This is Support the Scene. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, follow, and share.